Hey guys, what's going on? I forgot to change the title of the stream. I'm going to do that real quick before we start. How is it going, everybody? Welcome to Hump Day. Middle of the week. All right, well, according to this, it says it's updated. Broadcast options. Profile. Ah, there we go. Okay, let's do this, as they say. Yeah, like I said, welcome to Wednesday, welcome to Hump Day. We are probably, as I mentioned on the tweet that I just sent out saying that I'm going to be going live in a few minutes, getting the old spidey senses tingling that we're near the end of the game. We are looking for the medication for Anna, and I think we just found the institute, I guess it looks like it. We were in the, I don't know what you'd call it, the sewers, I guess, where all the serpent sea monster type creatures kept attacking us in the little rowboat. We were able to get through that. Wasn't a fan of that section at all, but be that as it may, we persevered and we got through it. And Artyom has started to have some hallucinations. So he had to do the injection thing that he got from Miller, who got it from the kid. I forget the kid's name. He's one of the general's sons, I guess. That was in Novosibirsk. Oh, watch this. Well, we'll go ahead and let this play. Probably be the last time. Excellent opening. I really like it. And the music, too. So yeah, if we do finish early tonight, what we'll probably do is I've been playing the Division 2 offline, so if we do finish early, we'll probably throw that in for the rest of the time to fill out the 3 hours. In case anybody's interested in seeing that, not that it's probably not already all over Twitch and Mixer and YouTube gaming and every streaming site on the planet. Oh, there's not an empty seat now. There was Anna there at the beginning, and then she was gone when she got sick, and there was just an empty chair there, but now it looks like that gear placed the emptiness.
Once again, I am alone. Despite having the green stuff, time is short, so we had to split. Of course, coming here, we had no idea about the map which Kirill's father once set out to get. But could we ever forgive ourselves? Should we, even having ensured salvation for Anna, let go of such an opportunity to find the future for all of us? Of course not. That is why I'm all alone in a tunnel again. Not that it's something new for me.
Definitely not new for him. 7,500 kilometers away from Moscow, away from home. Novosibirsk. Yeah, we're up on this platform. I guess it's part of the metro. Yeah. This is literally where we ended the stream last night. Literally, I mean, that's the water that I was talking about before. From the, sewers or whatever it is. Okay, so we're good there. Good on ammo. We don't even have a crossbow anymore. We swapped that for Miller's. We swapped that for Miller's railgun, which is what I'm carrying there. That's what you just saw me. Yay, milestone. Did we get there yet? Oh my goodness, we did. Right on the nose. Take a picture, please. Hey, what's going on? Welcome. We may have picked the perfect day to come out, because I think we're going to be done tonight. There's light up ahead. Freaky! That shit floating away. Or all every rail car is 2035. Right. Time we got 15 seconds. Maybe by the time we get up to the top of the stairs, or escalator, what's left of it. Swap out the filter. Go ahead and make an extra one if we've got the materials for it. 30. Let's make another one. Save. I assume this is the institute that we're looking for. Near enough to it. Wonder if that's what I think it is. In the first game, I don't remember if they were in the second game or not. I don't think they were. If that's what I think it is. There were these creatures. There were these creatures called librarians, and they look like gorillas. That looks like what we've got here. They're blind, as I recall, but as typically the case, they can hear really well. Now again, assuming that's what those are, or what that was that I saw at the corner there. So there could potentially be an opportunity to not fight. Yeah, unfortunately, we're in another section where it doesn't work very well. I don't know where the hell I'm going. Damn, I just fucking swapped it. So go through that door there. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to... Look at that. It's down to 2 minutes already. This... Can we at least get out of this crap? Behave. Thank you for the host. Damn. Oh. I think I'm going to be having another hallucination shortly. Oh, hello. Thank you for the host. Thank you. Welcome. Wow. Alright, time for another injection. Well, maybe not. Wow, I got nothing left for... Man, filter just... Ugh. But yeah, you missed. Yeah, you missed the second half of the bear fight. Apparently, and I think I picked some of this up in one of the attempts that I did the other night when you were there. Like the Molotovs on the ground, some of the explosive bolts, crossbow. I didn't use them. Apparently I was supposed to, because just once you do enough damage to the bear, you'll get a cutscene. And that's essentially the end of the, here's another vision. It'll be near the end of the, it'll be at the end of the level. Okay, so filter. I need to keep a damn good eye out for those. But after that, we are back. We are in another Soviet city called Novosibirsk. And we were looking for medication that we've been trying to find to cure Anna of whatever it is that she's got. We ran into this little kid who was the child of one of the generals in the city, and that's who was just on the radio with Miller a couple minutes ago. I don't know, he's maybe, looks like he's maybe 10 years old or so, 10 or 11, something like that. The radiation, or the metro system in this city isn't as deep underground as it is in Moscow. So they had to... Can I turn on my flashlight? They had to... Tokarev, I think was his name. Tokarev had to essentially add some lead lining to their outfits, because at least according to some of the notes that I read, the radiation is 8 times worse here than it was in Moscow. See, I don't know what those... that is there. But I'm going to try and stay out of it if I can. And supposedly the people here have this stuff that I mean, it's literally called the green stuff that gives them better protection against the radiation. Oh, what is this? And I don't know if that is somehow related to what we need to do for Anna or not. can't be... And I gotta look around some because I gotta be able to make mask filters if I need to. But I don't. Drink machine. Alright, 30 seconds on this filter. Right, some mats. That's good. Let's go ahead and make another one real quick while that one's... and all the glass. I was mentioning before, probably before you came on, that thought I saw a creature that I recognized from the first game. I don't know if it's it or not because I haven't seen it again. Called librarians. Kirill is the kid. But these librarians, they look like gorillas. And if I remember right, I think they're blind, but as is typically the case, they can hear really well. Well, just because you see them, it doesn't mean you necessarily have to fight them. If you can sneak. Yeah, and see all this broken glass. Not gonna help. Elevator and a door. Nothing there. Anything in this room? Locked. See if I can make another one. We have enough. Got a briefing room. Lung tissue. That's what Anna's issue is, her lungs. Okay, that's enough. Alright, so what we're looking for does seem to be here. There's the bright light, so let's try to avoid that. Didn't see another doorway. Can't tell. That's just a corner, looks like. Ah, good. Come on. Now, I don't know where I'm going. Is this just a cubby hole, or is this Russian? That body's gone. There was a body in the corner. Supposed to be going. That's blocked. No hole in the ceiling. Gotta be a ladder. Yep. Yeah, that's a librarian. Now, what I could do get out of the light. Oh my God, please tell me I don't have to kill this thing.
I feel bad here.
Can you get yourself together?
Right. Okay.
How far from home we are, Artyom? You will find the medicine, won't you?
He's hallucinating right now. Sounds like another one right around the corner. Damn it. Mask. It's a little sensitive sometimes. As you tap down on your D-pad to swap the filter, but if you hold it, it takes the mask off.
Death all around, and nothing else. Stay strong, my love.
Yeah. Kind of figured that might happen if I was to make a run for it. Yeah, see, I mean, it's like...
It's snow and death all around, and nothing else. Stay strong, my love. I'm waiting for you. Come.
I mean, have I not been picking up filters? These things are like worthless.
Everything's going to be alright.
Kidding me? Where the hell am I? No, it's not going to do any good for filters. But I don't even have a crossbow. I mean, I can't even make one filter. I mean, how are you... I mean, how are you supposed to look around for stuff if you don't have enough filters to last you more than 30 damn seconds? I mean, I have nothing to make a filter with. I understand. Really? And they're gonna put a note right here. I'm not reading it. Now I gotta deal with this shit again. Well, at least it gave me some damn filters. Why did I have to take off the night vision goggles through here? Anna, but not Anna. Oh, of course I don't have any more cans. Of course not. Go ahead. What's up, Dippy? No. Damn it. I should have made some cans. Shit. All because I had the wrong thing equipped. Go ahead, you take your turn. There you go. All right. supposed to go. And I tried to run through here before. This is where the train, or the, oh, maybe not. Oh, that's right. This is where I got pummeled, but there's nowhere to go unless... This has got to be where I'm supposed to go. I don't know where to go from here. Can't open the door. Unless it's these. No, it's not that either. No ladder. And meanwhile, my filters are running out. I don't know where the wire... Man, I hope... See, I thought that I had powered on everything that needed to be powered on. Maybe that's what that wire was for. Over here at the top, but I looked at the switch. Right here. Anything to make a filter with. Get it. I mean, this game is slowly beginning to really piss me off. Now I'm in a shitty save. I'm still in the same boat that I was in before. You know, they give you this sense of urgency because of the filters and the radiation and staying out of those beams of light. See, this wire, like it goes from to here. That light goes all the way on the other side to a switch that I can't activate. I mean, those are typically the panels that he has to flip switches on to turn things on. I'm ready to be done with this. Okay, here's the part with the... But, well, I mean, what's the point of turning everything off? Unless it's just to flash it on occasionally so you think you're looking at one thing, but you're actually looking at another. Like right there, and then up ahead, he'll think that he sees Anna. And it's not Anna. Alright, here's the monkey room, and I see lights. And I've got 12 seconds. And I wonder if this part here is actually taking time away from my filters. If it is, that's bullshit. Oh, come on. What happened to the... What the hell go to the cans if they don't distract them? Show me your ass, please. That's like the last thing I want to see right now. If you're gonna kill me, kill me. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if I knew what I was supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in here. What am I supposed to be doing? Okay, now the cans are supposed to be used for distraction purposes. Okay, so I see four lights up there. I don't know if I'm supposed to do anything with them or not, but they do stick out. I'm gonna save. Allow the door to be opened. Asshole. my God, can the medicine be like in the next room, please? Please?
You didn't find it, my love. It's alright. I know you tried. I'm waiting for you. I want you to be there when...
Take another injection? No.
You are here. So nice. I'm sorry.
Let me be past the gorillas. That looks like normal light there, instead of that damaging shit. Oh, could this be it? Cue the dramatic music. I think we just found it. Take it and run, son. Yeah, don't you dare drop that shit. Hey, I have not stopped pressing that X button since it first told me to press it. Oh, bad monkey. Oh! Okay, now what? Oh my God, do you mean there's more? The rest of the game isn't a cutscene or something? Yeah, look at that radiation. Off the charts. Oh, oh, oh! Miller? Come on, Miller, get me. Come on, buddy. Dad.
Stay with me. Hold on. Son.
Give me some of that green shit.
Just a minute. You'll get better now.
There you go. Give me the
You
green
found
stuff.
what you did. Don't you dare die on me now. Don't even think about it. Not what I tell her then, huh?
Yeah.
No sleeping, soldier. No sleeping now. I did find you after all. Don't know how. Stay with me, Artyom.
Wonder what's gonna happen to the kid. He was actually in the game. We didn't just hear him on the radio. We had to chase him through a small section. No, geez, give him let him have a nap and a ham sandwich or something.
Wake up, please.
Here he is.
Oh, you're alive!
Where'd
Alive!
Miller go?
I thought I was all alone again. Get up, quick!
Was that him all
He's
along and he just
asleep.
thought it
Better
was
leave
Miller?
him be when they get
Maybe
like
Miller
this.
is dead?
It's just a straight drive from now on. He tried to teach me to drive, but he just doubted
Oh
it.
man. No, he can't be dead. Tough old coot.
Can you drive? Hooray! We're moving again. He found the map. Said that was a true hero, and that he saved us all. On the way back, we got jumped by mutants. But then he shot them all. Bam! Right between the eyes.
I hope that's the Aurora up there.
Through these waters and deep water, so he carried me on the shoulders.
Yep, I flew the worms last night and that was not fun either.
Wow, so many cars.
Yeah, he's probably never seen a lot of this stuff.
It's the moon. So beautiful. So many new things.
Please let that. Oh, that's the moon. Okay. It's in a round shape now.
And carriages too. Everything's blocked.
There it is. I think. Oh, maybe not. This isn't the way we went into town. This is a completely different route.
Hey, wake up. Please, don't fall asleep.
Did he die? Did he pass out? Hey, Miss Epic, thank you for the host. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Maybe he got killed by one of the librarians?
The sound? Get up! It's very close now!
Oh man, Miller's dead. He's the only other one that's been in all the games. Hey, they found the snowplow. Half the people were going to go look for the snowplow while we went and looked for the medicine. So they found the plow, obviously. Holy shit. That thing is huge. Group hug. No, no way. Not even close. Epilogue, I guess.
Careful. I don't get how he's even alive. Artyom, can you hear me?
Careful, everyone. He got irradiated badly. And I couldn't even get a reading on the colonel's body. The counter goes off the scale.
Hold on, Artyom. We'll fix you just fine.
How could this happen?
Focus, Katya! What do we do? Tell us!
An emergency transfusion. We must give him as much blood as we can.
Transfusion it is then. Will it save him?
It will keep him alive for a little longer. As long as there is blood.
What's his blood type?
AB positive. We could give him any type. Get everyone here.
Don't
course,
go to
how
sleep,
convenient.
Artyom. You can't go to sleep now.
Hello there, Artyom. How about we take a walk? Staying underground grew old.
Don't go into the light. Don't.
That's it, Stepan. You can't give more.
Look! He's up! Can you hear me, Artyom? Don't you dare die on us. Just don't you dare. You've got a whole life ahead of you. And kids. So fight for it. Fight!
Why did you stop? Didn't you always want to go outside? Didn't you open that airlock at the Botanical Gardens? This place is much better.
This isn't your destination, Artyom. You're not there yet, not even close. It's not your station, it's just a dead end. Not your goal. Can you hear me? Give me your hand. Oh, you're burning up. Well, I hope
He's
this
glowing.
old man's blood will do something about that hot head of yours, eh?
Come on, let's go.
Okay, my friend. Time to get some quality blood in that body of yours, huh? With this, you'll be up in no time. Or I'll eat my own shoes, huh? Yeah.
Hear me, Artyom. You've got a wife you need to work on making kids with. And my fiancé is still in Moscow. We still have to stir some shit up back in the metro, so don't you fucking dare die here.
Look, Artyom. Lake Baikal. Makes you believe real life is possible.
Oh my god, it reminds
Not
me
the
of the beginning
petty
of
rat
Horizon
race
Zero
we had
Dawn.
back in the metro. I just have to say, you were right, Artyom. Right for wanting to get us out, bring us here. And I, the old fool, I was simply afraid. Afraid of life, as I see now.
Look, he's smiling. Smiling in his sleep. He even seems to say something.
Anna.
It's his fever talking. He's burning up.
This world is worth giving everything up for, Artyom. You were always ready, and I was too attached to my position in the rat race. I'm sorry. Sorry for what happened to Anna. Sorry for blaming you. Had I not pumped everyone up about the occupying forces, she'd never have fallen there.
Artyom, I beg you, don't die. Stay with me, please. I don't want a life if you're not a part of it. Can you hear me? Look at me, Artyom. Look at me, please.
Yes, about Anna. You will have to look out for her, now that I can't anymore. I don't care if you go to that ocean. Just stay with
That's
her.
where she wants to go.
I'm keeping her out. She can barely stand herself, but she's ready to give all her blood to him. At least the medicine helped. It's a miracle.
I have a daughter, but I also wanted a son. A really stubborn one, just like me. Like you. I really like this place. It's so clean. I'd like to stay here forever. Could you arrange that for me?
You're already dead, buddy.
And the most important thing, my time's up, Artyom. It's your turn now. Step up, lead them. Just remember that I created the Order to save people. All people, Artyom. Don't forget that. Because I somehow did. Goodbye, Commander. Time to wake up. Come on. Rise and shine, son.
There she is.
The fever is subsiding. I think he's getting better. Now he needs some rest. You too, Anna. We've got hope now.
Yeah.
We found the place I saw in my dream. That hill on the shores of Baikal where Miller took me. A clean place, just like he said. Everything around is clean. We found ourselves a home. A home at the foot of a hill, overlooking a lake. A home where we could raise our children, who will be born not in the damp and dark tunnels, but under blue sky and bright sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the ranking officer, I propose a motion to entrust the duty of commanding the Order to Artyom.
The only time you ever see anything other than his hands
Unanimously approved.
or his feet.
The Iceman cometh.
Would your orders be
Gosh,
set?
what's up? Yeah, that's his name,
I would
actually.
say we all go home,
Idiot.
but this home seems too large for just us. You know, the Colonel once told me he created the Order to save people. All of them. I say it's time we perform this duty.
Wow, and the train is like right there. That must be the living quarters. So what happened to the kid? I don't see... Oh, there he is. He's right there on the left. The very, very left, looks like. So he did go with him. Okay, well, that's done. I know not everybody saw the whole thing. Misbehaved's probably seen the most. Let's see, thoughts. Those of you that were here know that there were some parts of this game that I did not like at all. The parts that seem to be the most un-Metro-like, like the boss fights, you know, having to fight the bear, not one time, but twice. Hey gosh, how's it going, man? Good to see you. I am good. I'm good. We just polished off another game. And then the part with the, oh god, I don't even know what the kid called them. Snakes, slugs, down below. When we started the stream tonight, we were in the, I guess the subway in Novosibirsk, and farther down from there, I guess the sewers was where those were at. That was kind of a pain. And then the part with the monkeys, the librarians, from the first game, same kind of thing. I mean, the part that was so frustrating about that was not recognizing that that one place downstairs where the two of them were, where I had to attach the charger to turn on the juice so that I could go back up the stairs, turn on the juice to turn on to open the door to get to the last part. But I mean, other than that, the game was fine. Oh wow. They moved to Malta? Wow, the whole studio. But I mean, the gameplay was good overall. The stealth parts were excellent, as they've always been in all three games. There was just a little too much forced combat, I guess. And yeah, idiot. Boris. Oh, Steve Bloom was Sam. Nice. Let's see. What else? Let's recognize any of these other names here. Yeah, Sam was the only American. The whole game seemed a little out of place. The Fred Tascatori, that name sounds familiar. Oh, sorry, Tatasciore. But I mean, the music was good. The environments were good. The exploration of the, you know, the open world part of it, even though it wasn't really open world per se, not like a game like Horizon Zero Dawn or, you know, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Each season that you went through as you progressed through the game had its own little hub, if you will, and then that part of the game was open area. But the crafting was good. It kind of forced you to scrounge, which is fine by me because I normally like to do that kind of thing anyway. We're going to be doing some of that shortly, again, in a different game. I'm going to take a break as soon as we're done here, and I'm going to switch over to the Division 2 for the rest of the stream. So we won't cut it short like we sometimes do if we finish a game in the middle of a stream. So, but as far as the next game we're going to start from scratch, it's going to be Dead Space, one of my favorite games ever, number 2 on my list after Mass Effect 2. And we're going to be doing it on the hardest difficulty. It's been a long time since I've done that, and I'm sure there will be some pain, but I have beaten it on what they call the impossible difficulty. So looking forward to that. Haven't played Dead Space since...
All right, boy, let's do this!
The last time I played it was my 100 follower celebration on Twitch. It was like 3 years ago. We did that, and we also had an ice cream social that day too. I don't know if there are plans to do another one. To be honest, I don't know. I haven't seen anything. That doesn't mean that it's not out there, whether or not. there are plans to have another one or not. Woo! Yeah, I know how that is. I know how that is, Tippy, but thank you for coming out again. I really appreciate it. It's always good to see you. Always good to see everybody, actually. Yeah, I don't see anything here about whether there's going to be a sequel. Project manager and creative producer. Lots of strong Russian names. Bye-bye. Oh, I see. Now looking behind the credits, looks like they did make the train the hub. Little tents and kind of I guess a shanty town behind it. All right, that's it. Deep silver. Yeah, I saw an interesting story today. I don't remember where I saw it. There was the big kerfuffle with this game because they switched where you were able to buy this at the last minute, like a week before launch. It was supposed to be on sale on Steam, but I guess, you know, Epic has their own store, and they've been making inroads in trying to lure other developers to put their games on their store by offering them a better cut. I think it was Steam only gives I think it's 15% of sales to the developer, and I think Epic gives 30%. So they switched Metro Exodus a week before launch, and that frankly pissed off a lot of people. But I read a story today that those of you that are familiar with Quantic Dream, they're the ones that did Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain, and I forget the other one. Was it Until Dawn, I think? Those three games are going to be ported to PC instead of being PS4 exclusives, and they're going to be made available in the Epic Game Store. So for those of you that don't have a PS4 and would like to play those games, apparently you will be able to at some point. I liked Detroit Become Human a lot. I thought it was really good. Heavy Rain. I haven't done Until Dawn. I played Heavy Rain. The problem that I have with Quantic Dream games, not that they're bad games, I just don't like the finger gymnastics that they make you do in order to do things in the game, interact with things. Yeah, apparently when I played Heavy Rain, whenever that was, I'd have to look. Apparently I got one of the worst endings that you could possibly get. Yeah, while we're waiting for the credits to finish, and this is for those of you that are new to the channel or have never been here, on finale night, we always let the credits run in full so that we can give recognition to the people that put these games together for us. Quantic Dream. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain, and Beyond Two Souls. It's coming to PC this year. And there's a link in case you wanted to look at that. They just announced that. Well, I guess there's a reason that I saw it today, because it was announced today at the Game Developers Conference, or GDC. Alright, so that explains that. Yeah, I don't remember. I didn't get the best ending in Detroit either. I think the only android that lived was Connor. And who was the, oh God, I can't remember her name. What was the blonde-headed girl's name, the android? Kara. No, it's not. No, it's exclusive to PS4. But it broke my heart when I got Kara killed. I mean, you could, if you were there that night, you can see the VOD too. I mean, I just literally did this. I mean, it broke my heart. All right. Oh, credits ran so long, the battery controller turned off. All right, so let's see the chapters here. So it started off in Moscow, then winter and spring, summer. Oh wow, the Caspian was actually spring? Alright. Summer was the taiga and the children of the forest. And then autumn was Novosibirsk. Definitely. And an interesting thing about the Epic Store, at least as of now, they don't do cloud saves yet. That's one of the things that people were really frustrated about with the Epic Store, is it just doesn't have the features that Steam does. Of course, Steam's been around a lot longer too. You know, Epic Store doesn't have achievements either, or friends lists, any of that stuff. Even searching for games. Not that they have a lot of games right now, but they're planning to add all of that. It's just not there yet. Okay, so excuse me. Yeah, let me take about a 5-minute break in between. Yes, it is.
I have to pee!
Well, that too.
I have to pee! Take a whiz! Make a pit stop! Drain the main vein!
My understanding is with the Master Chief Collection, they're not releasing the entire collection up front. They're going to do one game at a time, starting with Halo Reach. And I think they're going in chronological order. So, but looking forward to that. I hope they do cross saving, which would be nice. So yeah, anyway, let me take about 5 minutes, and then we'll switch over, and then we'll do some, we got a little over an hour, so we'll just fart around in the Division 2 for a bit. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. Sit tight.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Good timing indeed. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging around, guys. All right, so as I mentioned, we're going to be doing some Division 2. I'm level... No. Stop the music. Normally what I do when I do my breaks is the player that I use is called Fubar 2000. It's just a small audio file player, and I've got a whole bunch of the songs and stuff that you hear on breaks and stuff, and I'll move the ones that I play on break to the bottom so that when
Make it rain!
when they stop, they don't continue playing like just happened, and I forgot to do that this time. So all right, yeah, so as I was saying, playing Division 2, I played the first game, loved it. It had a bunch of problems at launch, kind of like what Anthem is going through right now. But they persevered and they stuck with it, and they patched and they fixed and they released stuff. And I think release 1.8 was when it really started to kick ass. And it's a fantastic looter shooter. And you can probably, if you were interested in trying it, you could probably get it really cheap now that this one's come out. And they've learned lessons, and they're getting high marks for a lot of the stuff that they've done in this game, the things that they've improved. The first game takes place in New York. For those of you that are not familiar with the basic story, some bad people released a virus that they put on paper money in New York on Black Friday. They released it on Black Friday, and that decimated New York. And the basic story of the Division 1 was that you had to essentially take back New York City and try and find the people that did the bad things. And this game takes place the first game takes place in winter. This game takes place in Washington, D.C., and it takes place, I guess, the following summer. And New York was a complete mess. I mean, it was, trash piled up on the streets, cars just left in the streets, crashed, not crashed, all kinds of dilapidated stuff. No, I did not. I need to do that. Thank you. Oh, and that reminds me, I'm not sure you changed yours last night. I meant to mention that, Miss Epic. I think you were doing, you still had your crochet title, I think. And you were playing Dead by Daylight, I think. So yeah, give me a chance to change that so at least people will... Alright. Okay, and I gotta change the game. Division 2. Won't put that on there because that doesn't matter. PC. Hopefully it will update. Ah, okay. And that's fine. I probably, yeah, okay, so you tried to change it so it wouldn't have made any difference if I would have been able to come out last night. But like I said, with the time that you started last night, I wasn't able to come out. Oh, you did? Okay, you did fix it later. Okay. All right, let's try this again. The Twitch's stuff doesn't always work very well. See, I mean, I've updated it twice and refreshed the page twice, and it's still showing Metro Exodus. So we'll just deal with it. Okay. So yeah, this is a looter shooter. You know, it's all about the gear. It's all about the grind. It's all about getting that next best piece of gear, either, you know, from some place that you find it, or dropping from an enemy, or crafting it, stuff like that. I saw on Reddit a couple days ago, one of the things that people said about the first game was how realistic it was as far as the layout.
Safe area detected.
Of New York City, and they say the same thing, even more so in this game.
Backup request.
And you can see there's the Washington Monument, and behind me is the White House. As you can see, it is not in very good condition. So yeah, essentially the same thing has happened here. I'm not very far in the story, but Washington D.C. is now a mess. You can see some of the areas. You start off here at the bottom of the map, right about where that cursor is, and you make your way up to the White House. And then from there, the city is, the map is basically cordoned off into different leveled areas. And you can see in the upper left over there, you got level 21 to 25 and 23 to 27, and way to the left you got 27 to 30. So that's stuff. The level cap is 30, so you know that's end game stuff over there. It's random. You can run into random enemies here. You've got, oh my god, there's so many things you can do here. These radiation symbols, these are quarantine zones. Contaminated zones. You have to wear a gas mask inside there. This area over here with the purple symbol, these are called, this is the dark zone. This is and there's several of them in here. There's one there, there's one here, and there's one over there. This is essentially your PvPvE, player versus environment in here. This is essentially the multiplayer area. You go in there anytime you want once you unlock it. And there will be NPCs in here, and there will be other humans in here too. And what you have to do, this area is still I don't have the full story in it in this game yet, but in the first game it was controlled by the government, but when the virus hit, they left. And they left a lot of good gear in there, and that's where you found typically the best gear is in the dark zone. But the problem is there's a couple of problems with it. One is you can't just walk out with what you found. You have to actually extract it. And you see those two arrow symbols on the map there. Those are the two extraction zones for that dark zone east. You see in the upper right hand corner of your screen. When you're ready to leave, you have to go to that extraction zone, fire off a flare, and a chopper will come. And then when the chopper gets there, you attach your fanny pack, for lack of a better term, that has all of the gear that you found, and the chopper will fly off. What happens is, once that happens, that gear that you got, the guns and all of that stuff, it will be decontaminated, and then it will be put in your stash so that you can use it out in the single player part of the game. But when you call for extraction, anybody that's around knows that. Okay? The NPCs know it, the other humans know it. Anybody can come and try and kill you and take your stuff. So when you call for extraction, you have to defend that spot until the chopper gets there, and you have to put it on it'll drop a rope down to you, and you attach your gear to it, and it will take it up and it will leave. So yeah, that's the kind of the free-for-all Wild Wild West part of the game. Like I said, I've only done the intro in this game, but I assume a lot of it's going to be similar to the first game. But as you can see,
we found something you're going to want to see.
You've got these safe houses. You can fast travel between any safe house. This is a kind of a settlement. It's like on the rooftops of a bunch of buildings. You've got control points. You can also fast travel to these once you unlock them. You get a control point by finding a place like this. This one is controlled by the enemy. You have to go over there. You have to essentially take it over. Kill everybody there. A boss will come out. You kill that boss, and then another group will come, and you have to defend it yourself, and then that group will have a boss. So you have to kill two bosses, and then once you do that, then you can fast travel among any of these. The teal colored symbols, those are missions. The pentagons are side missions, and let's see, where is a main story mission? The hexagons are main story missions. And like I said, you can see in the upper right hand corner, this is the southwest area. It gives you the level that the enemies are going to be in that area, and since I'm level 12, that's why it's showing green. If I was to go over here, you'll see what the level shows up there. It shows a skull. That means stay away. You will not do well. But we'll do a little bit of roaming around here. We'll go outside. This is a safe zone in here. Nobody will attack. This is another human right here. Another human player. He's level 14 or G. Oh, I guess we should go into the White House real quick. You've got vendors in there. You can upgrade skills in there. You can craft in there. You can buy stuff in there. Your stash is in here.
Hey, Agent.
This is your stash. Here's your vendor guy. They rotate the stuff that you can buy. So if there's anything in there that interests you, you can buy that. This is where you upgrade your skills with the quartermaster. You've got gear that you can use with you out in the field. Pulse is kind of like a radar. Turret is self-explanatory. The Hive is kind of a... It allows you to heal yourself and enemies. Or yourself and anybody that's with you, sorry. Chem launcher you can heal with as well. Seeker mines are essentially rolling grenades You can upgrade those so that it can send out multiples at once. You've got a shield. You can use a drone, which I'm using right now. That can also heal you. So, plus there's other areas in there as well. You can do projects that the first game did not have in it, where you can do certain things for a settlement, and that will allow them to improve the settlement, like a water treatment plant. You can do some tasks to meet the requirements of that project, and you know, like for example, the settlement that I showed you earlier. Over here, one of the projects was to build a game room for the kids. And there's some couches around it, and there's video games and board games and stuff over there for the kids. So this is little things like that. It's just a lot of activities like that to keep you engaged, to keep you interested, to keeping you playing. Let's see, and it does have GPS. You can put in these, in the red, a lot of these are cleared. The side activities, they'll normally show up red like these guys do, and if there's an activity you don't know what it is yet, it'll show up as a question mark. We'll go over there and we'll see what that is. And anywhere along the way, you can run into one enemy, couple of enemies, a handful. It just depends on what area you're in. And the game is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, some of the architecture, I mean, obviously it's Washington D.C., but I did a mission on Saturday, I think it was, in the Museum of History on the inside. Oh man, this is fantastic. And looting is a very, very prominent part of the game. Any container, and it'll kind of have an orange glow to it. You can pick up scraps for crafting. You can pick up canned goods, weapons. So any of these you can loot. You pick that stuff up. You can break it down for other crafting components. You can sell it. And some of those projects that I mentioned earlier, some of those will require pieces of gear. So it's a good thing to sometimes keep a few extra pieces so that you can, you know, if you have a backpack or something that's several levels below you that you don't need anymore, you can give it to the person that's doing that project, and then you'll get credit for completing the project, some XP and things like that. And yeah, this is generally what the city looks like. It's a mess. Quite a few buildings you can go into. Not all of them, but a good many of them you can. Virus as a punishment. Yeah, these cases right here, these will always have a weapon in them. The red, it's possible. The reason that icon is red, that's a piece of steel. The reason that's red is because I can't carry any more steel. That's it for that building. And it has so many weapons to choose from. You've got the different categories like shotguns, assault rifles, marksman rifles, snipers, pistols, submachine guns, light machine guns. Oh, what's this? Is this the one I was looking for?
Nearby echo.
Yep. I have not seen one of these.
Nearby.
The echoes, you heard, I want to say that's Brandon Keener that does the voice of Isaac. Garrus. Isaac is kind of a virtual AI, as
Catch me asleep?
automated system, if you will. And he'll talk to you and tell you when things are nearby. Like I said, echo nearby. An echo is kind of like a virtual reality or hologram of something that happened at that location. And when you go over there, activate it. It'll play the scene for what happened there.
Detected.
Oh, is that a legendary piece of gear? If so, that would be the first piece. Oh, it's a key. Okay, so that's how we get the hostages. And the guys with the green diamond or triangles above their head, those are friendlies. And they actually do pretty good. They're not worthless. And oh, regularness! Oh my goodness! Congratulations! Yeah, here's the echo right here.
Decent coffee, right? Fuck if I know. I don't drink this shit for pleasure. Trust me, it's good. You should savor it. Might be your last chance. Man, it still tastes like dirt. What's happening in New York is just the beginning. Yeah, no shit. I want you to put together a team. I already have a team. A bigger team, more diversified. For what? For whatever it takes. We have an opportunity here, a golden one. But we have to be smart, and we have to act fast. So no choir boys is what you're saying? I'm saying scoundrels and scum. All right? Killers and cutthroats. I don't give a shit as long as they follow orders and can get shit done. All right. I'll get to work. I'll work fast. The end is fucking nigh.
As soon as you walk outside the boundaries here, it will go back to normal.
Help! They'll kill me!
Don't worry, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm here to rescue you, but I must loot first. The loot of holding. We must satisfy.
And I'll never forget that.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, there's no gear in here. All right, so like I said, that's the first one of those I've come across, and there are others as well. This one's a public execution about to take place, and you have to try and stop it before the hostages are killed. Let's see. Let's head over here and see what loot B of holding.
Agent requesting backup.
When you hear that agent is requesting backup, that's another human that has gone down, has been downed, and you can hit a button and it will send that out in case there's anybody nearby that can come help. Onyx, okay.
Friendly control point detected.
One thing you can do as you're looting stuff, you'll find it's food, water, and another type of yay for being out before the sun's still up. But you can give that extra stuff to the control point officer, and you can get XP for doing that. So you see, what they have is the 3 circles, and what I have on me is the vertical stuff there. So I can give him 16 of that to get him full on food. And I guess it's components or whatever. And you see, if I get them, I think you have to fill all of the bars or all of the circles up to 100%, and then you get that detection skill, which, as you see, it gives you a temporary buff for finding containers in the area.
We won't have to worry about supplies for a while.
But one thing that's nice about these areas, once you take them over, is they'll have a supply room that gets unlocked when you take it over, and that's got gear in it. You'll have, and this one is down here on the right. But when we go in there, I mean, I've already done it, so it's already open. But you see all these containers in here. These will refresh. I think it's once a day. These will automatically refresh once a day, and you can come get them. What's in them? This one will have 2 things in it. It will have a weapon and it will have a piece of gear, but you can only do it once. That one does not refresh. But you can fast travel amongst all of the control points that you've taken over and just essentially get free stuff. Alright, where were we going? More friendlies? And you can actually go with these people if you want to. I've done it a couple of times. You see them out on patrol or whatever looking for, like these guys were looking for water, but they found some. You can go out with them and help defend. I mean, like I said, it's a mess. Like a toolbox down there. Carbon fiber. And there's miscellaneous junk that you can just sell to a vendor for cash. You know, like toys and spoons and forks and stuff like that you'll find. And here's your typical marker for a lot of games, especially Ubisoft games. It means that you can climb up there. You just look for the yellow fabric. Pretty gruesome. Components, that's what it is. Components. Backpacks and briefcases everywhere. See, these guys are just out and about. And see, here's a toolbox on top of these containers. was a rope. You can also find clothing as well, so you can deck out your character to look however you want based on what you find. It's got a fairly decent character creator. Out here. Okay, supply drops. I'm not really a fan of these because it's hard to... What happens here is it's kind of like a free-for-all. There'll be, as you can see, there are 3 spots in this area. And it's essentially you go fight for as many of those as you can get.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Alright, so it's not available. Am I on the wrong side?
Supply drop claimed. Incoming hostiles detected. A supply drop. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Ooh!
Supply drop claimed.
Yeah, it's essentially a free-for-all.
Incoming hostiles detected. Vital signs critical.
Damn it!
Agent vital signs 0.
Yeah, and the call for backup, that's what I was talking about before. If I were to do that, that would send that signal out to other players that they will know that somebody's down. You can see there's my body on the ground. Yeah, and these are, and like I said before, the control points. You can fast travel to them at any time you want, but when you die, you can go anywhere you want. Any other fast travel spot. We'll go here.
Hostiles are opening a supply drop. All crates are now empty. Supply drop successful.
Alright, so yeah, here's another control point that I did a couple of days ago, and just going back, getting more stuff. And here's I'll show you I mean, I don't have a whole lot of clothing right now, but all of this stuff is stuff that I've found. You can find hats, you can change it however you want. At some point, you're supposed to be able to get dyes to color things. Different bandanas, sunglasses, all of these options here. Oh. And here's all the gear. These are the skills that I was talking about before with the healing stuff and the healing drone that you saw hovering around me, trying to keep me healed. My armor, turret. You can see which bumper button it's assigned to. You can add mods to those. Typical gear coloring, rarity stuff. You know, white being the lowest, green, then blue, than purple, and I think it's orange. I think it's either orange or yellow. Stuff above that. Let's see what we know. We picked up something purple. Gloves. And you notice here, you see the attributes there. Those are additional buffs that piece of gear will give you. Blue is health, red is damage, and yellow is for your gear. You can see it to the right of my character up there, right beneath my name. Character level 12, level 3 on gear, level 3 on health, and level 3 on damage. But you can also see that some of the pieces of gear are part of a set. And just like in Diablo, depending on how many of the pieces of that set you have equipped, you will get those additional buffs, depending on how many you have. Like you see there, I only have the one piece, so the only one I have is the 7% damage to elites. So some of the other ones, you know, depending on the set, you know, they give you different buffs. The weapons. Now here, this is, yeah, like I said, this is all the weapons that I was talking about before. All the guns, all the things. You can put mods on them if you find the mods or you craft the mods. Like you see there, I've got a red dot sight on this one that reduces the critical hit chance but improves the accuracy. That's why it's so stable. And doesn't have a lot of, you know, it's not moving around much when I'm firing it. So you can muzzle slots. You can also put skins on them if you want. We can go red, white, and blue. So yeah, there's a lot to choose from depending on what you find. Different kinds of grenades, even though I only have the standard concussion grenades. So we got about half an hour, guys.
The division's still here then?
That's me. Me with my red, white, and blue gun.
Keeping guard on things.
Oh, and these also have a resupply chest. Your gear. All right, let's see.
What now? Ammonium nitrate, fertilizer.
What is this
but
here?
It doesn't matter what's in the sacks. All you and your friends need to do is pile them up here and I'll move them back to base.
What for?
Don't ask questions. Just do what we say and we'll get along just fine.
You can see here with the rewards for doing this side mission. The side missions typically last, the ones I've done so far typically last about maybe 20 minutes. So we'll do this one. You see the rewards, the theater upgrade, water filtration. Let's see, that is for here. The settlement that I was talking about before. Get the water filtration
Ammonium nitrate,
system.
fertilizer. But
there's gardens on the rooftops of an apartment complex. The theater could use them to produce food. Clear out the hyenas and make that area safe again.
And you can zoom in quite a ways. You don't get too much detail, but you see this. This is a location where you see there in the upper left, food resource, parts resource. And this is a stronghold. This is like level 26 stuff. So that's going to be much later. All right, he needs parts, so we'll see if we can give him some of that. Give him everything we got. As far as I've been able to tell, those three resources, that's the only place you need them. So you don't have to worry about.
Good thing you didn't have any more supplies for us. I don't think
Agent in need of backup.
giving something that you don't have. Woohoo! Victory! Oh, hey, look at this. We can go in there. Yellow tarp. Okay. Thank you. Nothing here. Oh, I'll need to make a note to... I need to give Miss Epic the regular role in my Discord since she just hit her 15 hours today. Do that. Propaganda broadcast, that's another side activity.
All right. Drive out the hyenas and secure the rooftop gardens.
That. Odd. Okay, I'll loot it through the wall. I'm not proud. This is a cover shooter, so you should not necessarily be out in the open much. Say hello to my little friend. Anybody else? One of the changes that they made to the turret in this game, you'll see that LB prompt. I can have it target a specific enemy. Could not do that in the first game. One of the things you can do with your gear, deployable gear, is it normally has a cooldown. And obviously if you let it go all the way down, then you got to let it, you know, what you call recharge, if you want to call it that, from 0. But if you're done with it, you can get some of that time back by recalling it, if you want to call it that. But it won't take quite as long to be usable again.
activity around the pool on the roof. Looks like the hyenas are running their operations inside one of the neighboring apartments.
All right, Agent. Get up to the roof and continue the sweep from there.
There's another piece of gear. You can only, you've got the choice of, you can unlock 8 of them. But you can only use 2 at a time, 1 for each bumper on your controller. Chem launcher does essentially the same thing, except it's kind of a, gun thing. And I think I'm probably going to unlock that one next because as you can see, this thing will just follow me around until either enemies can shoot this or it'll time out like it just did. Now I gotta wait whatever it was, 180 seconds, 3 minutes for it to recharge. But supposedly the chem launcher has a much faster recharge rate. Plus you can upgrade it to fire multiple charges, if you want to call them charges. Might be another echo. DC Apartments from Lafayette. I mean, this area isn't even part of the mission, and look at all these open rooms and hallways and all of these opportunities to find stuff. Yeah, see, there's a chest there. I'm gonna go back outside and go around, and I could probably get in there. That green container there, that requires a key. Find these on one of the enemy groups is called the hyenas, which is who we're going to be fighting in here if you heard the mission brief, if you will. And these containers are scattered. You pick up the keys off of defeated enemies. You can use those keys to open those containers, and they'll usually have some pretty good stuff in it. This is a refill. See, there's another one right here. Yep. I don't think it's the whole city limits, but it's got a pretty big piece. I'll show you the map here again in a second. You may not have been here when we were looking at it earlier. But yeah, this is as far back as you can go. This is the entire game right here. See, the White House, the Air and Space Museum is down here.
Looks like it's in good condition. I'm not seeing a lot of activity out front.
It can't be that complicated. It's a run. The boys headed down south anytime
There it
soon?
is, Air and
Next
Space
run is
Museum.
pretty well filled up. I appreciate your observational. Colonel Ridgway, We're detaining observational studies conclude that.
So yeah, there's, and you can zoom in. You can zoom in as much as you need to. Get perspective. All right, reach the rooftop. Rooftop. I'll get it right. Nine-day fragrance. Uh-oh. You guys don't know it.
The hyena?
Looks like it's out on the street. Probably go in one of those windows over there. Get over on this side. It's closer. Cover. All right, that's where we were before. Where we came in. Camera. You can sell that at the at a vendor. Anybody want a small diamond? Refill. I think this one's for grenades. You can read it if it weren't. You could read it if it weren't so dark. The colors will also tell you what's in. Ooh, explosive rounds. The next 30 rounds that I fire with this weapon will be those explosive rounds. Of course, with this being an assault rifle, it'll be about 2 seconds. Actually, I don't know. Never tried. I don't know if you can. See anywhere to change it. No. No. 4 guys over there.
Incoming backup request.
You'll get that a lot. You can put this pretty much anywhere where it will land. Yeah, see, they're trying to shoot it. And they did. See, they destroyed it. Oh, come on. Reload the damn thing. LMGs are not good for me because I'm a habitual reloader and it takes forever to reload those things. Yeah, and they do have the grunts that will essentially just blindly charge you. All clear. Music stopped. At least for now. Guess we better go over there and grab that, even though it's even though it's a lowly green. Nimble knee protectors. Oh, must be another fight coming up. Must be the roof. Rooftop pool.
Hostiles near your position.
This must be where most of the hyenas are holed up. Make your way through this side of the complex and secure it.
Be the minimum wage guys. Stability mod is the bomb.
I still got some movement in the eastern apartment building.
Get over there. Let's wrap this one up.
AIDS. Armor. Hyenas. Saw that same symbol on that one container down on the ground level. I mean, if we're lucky, maybe one of the bosses drop a key, we can open it. Yeah, see, you can read that one. Grenade resupply. So the green and blue ones punish your grenades. I think the blue and white replenishes your armor. Yeah, the turret is awesome and all that, but it doesn't always know that there's some kind of barrier there. Oh, really? Oh, dude, you got lucky. One more bullet and he's dead. And you do get XP if your turret kills somebody too.
Water purification equipment on the rooftop opposite your position.
Give me something for the theater.
I can't go back up. Probably could if I wanted to. Ah, there we go. Generally pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Generous, I guess, with ammo and stuff, so. But I'm paranoid and I'll go back. Alright, down here.
Agent in need of backup.
Gotta be the boss. Yeah, see, there's another key. Okay.
Alright, the apartment complex is ours. Now, these gardens should provide the theater with a steady source of food and water. I'm sure Odessa will be pleased.
Unfortunately, no keys. Which should now that I've got the I lowered that rope, I should be able to come back in here anytime I want. Go back up there and open it once I get a key. Alright, so we can find food in this area. Probably that Rubbermaid container right there will have some in it, either that or water. Food. Okay. See, so we should have gotten that upgrade. The theater. Over here and see if we did. Yeah, like I said, this is just a bunch of stuff built on top of some other buildings. This was one of the upgrades. You see the blimp up there. That was one. Let's see, where's the kids' game room? Vendor there. Here's where the projects are. You can see there the gold project. It tells you what you've got to do and what you get for it. You can have multiple projects open at the same time. Let's see, where were the kids?
I think we could all use a break from the sounds of the city. Here's a little music to drown out the noise.
Yeah, here it is. Game room for the kids.
Heads up, it's that agent.
We now have a working water purification system. This thing is going to save lives.
Hi there.
Potable water.
Hello, agent.
Yeah, it looks like the next upgrade here for the theater is to get a firing range where you can practice and check weapons. Stuff like test them out. Yeah, firing range. Do one more mission. Get Charles. See all the food that they're growing.
Look who it is. You want to check up on things?
Fire safety training was going to be boring as hell.
We've already seen a vendor. We've seen the projects. Stash is right there. Maybe that's the firing range. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be something that eventually unlocks. There's some kind of nightclub up here that's in kind of sad shape right now. Maybe we'll get to clean that up. I'm not talking to you. Alright, so a few minutes over, but it's a little bit of a taste of the Division 2, if you're interested in such things. You could probably pick up the first one really cheap right now, since 2 just came out. So,
hello there,
let's see, is there anything else we want to go? Quick.
Where'd all this stuff come from?
Points, control point.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, Agent Brooks.
Yeah, that's a mission that's already been done. As are these other ones over here too, these gray ones. Oh yeah, the first one. If you're gonna get either of these, I'd get the first one because that would get the benefit of all the updates, all the patches, all the bug fixes, all of the changes that they've made since 2016. I loved it. 100 and... well, we can check it real quick. Oh, we sign off. I have it for both the Xbox One and PC and put about the same amount of time in both of them. I have some friends that play on Xbox and some that play on PC, so I wound up getting both. Okay. What? And we can check the Uplay client. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so 22 hours in this one. Go back to the first game. 156 hours, level 30, hit the level cap. Did some Dark Zone stuff, level 17. So, yeah, a lot of the survival stuff, the survival mode in the first game. I don't know if they're going to have it in number 2, but the survival mode stuff was really good too. That was a lot of fun. You can do that solo or co-op. You can do the story stuff. You can do the stuff that I was doing tonight, either by yourself. I think Nade's been doing everything solo up to this point. You can pretty much do anything by yourself or with other people, with randoms or your own squad. So, all right. So that is going to be it for the night. Thank you guys very much for coming out. We finished up Exodus tonight. I never talked about a score for that. I'd say probably, I don't know, 8 probably. I think 8's probably fair overall. Some boss fight stuff that I didn't like, but y'all should expect that kind of thing from me. So thank you, Misbehave. Thanks for coming out. We got Alien King, we had Gosh, and we had Tippy, and Purple was out for a few minutes earlier as well. Blood Wolf was here. So, and Miss Epic as well. So, thank you all very much for coming out. And we might do a full night of this tomorrow. I don't know if I want to start. I don't want to play Dead Space for a couple of days and then take a couple of days off. So, I might wait until Monday to start that. I'm not sure. But we'll see. So, enjoy the rest of your night, guys. And let me see if anybody on right now. Thank you, Miss Epic. Thank you for coming out, and congratulations again on your regularness. Your regularhood. See if anybody's streaming tonight. Badger Chief is playing Halo 5 Guardians. So let's drop in on Badger tonight. Stop by, say hi, tell him I said ya. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll host Badger, and then I'll shut down from here. See you guys tomorrow.